What's up, guys? It's Black and back with some more RA content. In this bottom right, it is going to be Unlucky Luke playing as Ukraine in his traditional green. Lucky Luke, I think he was featured 1 or 2 weeks ago. He's kind of commented on my channel for reasons we'll get into, because in the top left, it is going to be PrinzPI playing as France in his traditional red color. These two guys, I had to look it up. They constantly play each other. They've played each other 104 times on ladder alone, and I know they don't always play on ladder. Their games are always pretty close. Their win-loss percentage is about 50% each, so either side has a decent chance of winning. We are on Scorched Earth. This is a mega tank map. This is the original Scorched Earth, not Scorched Earth 2. But as I said, these guys play each other a lot, so this is going to be a pretty good game. A lot of the games go like for 10 minutes and then they play like 6 of them in a row, so that happens. But this one scattered out a little bit. It goes on a little bit longer. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Looks like Lucky Luke is going for engineer first, right to that middle oil there. That makes a lot of sense. PrinzPI, on the other hand, he is going for War Factory first, so he's going to go secure his backline oil. That does make a lot of sense too, although he actually might get trapped right by these rifles from Lucky Luke. It looks like Lucky Luke actually went for War Factory first as well, so quite an interesting build order divergence on this map. You figure with the 2 oil derricks in the middle, you definitely want to get double ref, but unfortunately, he might get away. He's gonna get away. Oh, just ran down. That is unfortunate. Engineers are like, they're the same speed as rifles, but they have like different pathing like mechanics. So that engineer took 1 step to the right. He tried to zig when he should have zagged, and as a result, he is dead. Luckily for Lucky Luke, his engineer is barely going to squeak by and get that extra oil derrick, so he's going to be up 2-1. Not getting his backline yet. That's totally fine. Looks like PrinzPI is going for light tank first. Oh, what's happened here? His harvester was just stopped. That's definitely a mistake. He's going to get this light tank out. Probably going to crush this engineer. Oh. Gets 1 crush, 2 crush on the rifles. All right, gonna find the engineer too. Perfect. So light tank definitely paying off. Lucky Luke going for a flak tank, flak track. That's probably not what you want to build when you have a light tank. APC a little bit more safe. Well, you're just gonna have to keep this very far away from this light tank, because if it does catch it, it's pretty much dead. Second engineer coming out for Lucky Luke, so he's trying to decide if he wants to go for the oil derrick. He sees this light tank floating around. Looks like this rifle managed to scare it off, so light tank's gonna get pushed away. It's gonna allow this flak track to kind of hunt down a little bit, but PrinzPI just content to go straight to an SD after a second War Factory, after a second ref rather. There's the crush on that rifle. Up to 3 harvesters. Gonna get a 4th one out in just a second here, so it's a very quick MCV. This is not the typical War Factory first build you see anymore, just because you have 0 army and your eco is kind of in shambles until like minute 8 when you finally start flowing. Another engineer coming out, which is a bold choice, since he should know that PrinzPI, or rather Lucky Luke, has some stuff out, but right now he's just 2 rockets and 2 rifles and a flak. Oh, and the flak is in a dangerous position. It might get caught by this light tank, and I think a light can kill a flak before an engineer will die to a flak, so it can be very interesting. Both players went with that quick MCV, so this is really weird. PrinzPI a little bit quicker on his though. No, PrinzPI is gonna have the sole expansion MCV, because Lucky Luke is going for heavy tank first. That flak does poke that engineer before that rifle can do anything. At that rate, you're probably better off killing the oil derricks, at least until you kill this flak. This engineer probably gonna come back, go all the way for the oil derrick from the behind. All right, that's interesting. Light tank gonna push away, poke away at the oil derrick, because why not? And judging by the fact that he's not killing this, he's probably going to go back into an engineer, and he is. But again, you know that flak's there. That's a very bold move. You got to at least set a trap, have your stuff out here so that he can't see with the flak. Hopefully runs into it. But we'll have to see. Now he's got an army out and a heavy tank advantage, so this is going to be a very interesting choice. He's going to try to poke in with the flak, but there is a lot there this time. Oh, I don't think he's targeting the right thing. Yeah, he was targeting a rifle instead of an engineer. The engineer took some damage though. Does get the oil cap. That's going to be nice, but that heavy tank is going to wait and get in front, so this is going to be forfeit. Meanwhile, PrinzPI does have his first expansion out, and Lucky Luke is gone for a second heavy tank, so he's not going to have expansion for a while. engineer gets sacrificed for the oil gods, so that engineer was short-lived. And that oil derrick was short-lived. This engineer can come all the way back and capture it, and I imagine he's gonna have no problems doing that. Just really like that he's taking the scenic route to get there. 2 medium tanks out for PrinzPI, so he's transitioning pretty well into his standard army build. 4 racks out, 5 racks out actually, and moving out his main MCV. This hospital not paying too much dividends yet, since there was very little infantry combat, but it's probably gonna go down now. And LuckyLuke's gonna have a really good engagement here. He's got a really wide concave, and PrinzPI is kind of caught in a choke, so he can't really turn into that because all his tanks are gonna get stuck in the back. So all he can do is retreat and take losses. So that's a pretty good start there. Army advantage, not looking too significant for LuckyLuke, but he does have a good destroyed loss ratio right there. Now he's going to move out his main MCV, so he's sticking on to 1 MCV play. You do have a lot of starting eco on this map. You should see PrinzPI actually has a lot of unharvested money in his main. So you can kind of delay this MCV for a little while, but I think he's going to start running out. Somehow he's up to 5k, maybe because he has all the extra oil there, because that is making a difference. It looks like he's going to catch PrinzPI out of position here a little bit. Tanks are not in front, but he is going to get at least 1 harvester. That is a nice grab. Paying quite a lot for it, but it's going to kill off the tombs. Pillboxes get the 2nd harvester. And yeah, this MC is actually in trouble. Going to get the ref too. And the MC is going to get away. You know, that's trading a lot of army. Fortunately for PrinzPI, he does have secondary expansion, and he has a lot of extra eco in his home, so it's not going to hurt him as much as it really should. He's going to get away with 1 there. PrinzPI forgetting, or I'm going to accuse these guys all the time. LuckyLuke forgetting that he only has 1 MC, undeploys their cancel whatever he had building, which is not great. So he's going to have to delay that rough even more, and now he's starting to run out of eco. Still floating 3k, so he's going to be okay for now. Nice little scout here with the rifle, poking back that army. Although this army is going to get away. Ooh, nice little flank here on another harvester, as PrinzPI is going for that oil derrick. Getting a rifle for his shovel, but he loses a harvester. Pillbox, decent microfire so far, gets 2 rockets. There's only 2 left on that blob. PrinzPI is going to come back and protect. This little flank right here is going to get away. There's a single rocket, that's not enough. He's expecting maybe a tank flank, but there is a decent sized army there. PrinzPI trying to hunt down this army, that's a good idea. Always want to try to hunt down that army when you can. So old Derek did eventually go down to that engineer. Now he's just going to show their job done. Not much for him to really capture, except for maybe a nice juicy SD right there. And there is the tank flank, but unfortunately that's where his army is. And surprise, here's an actual army. That is 1 harvester instantly down. Couldn't lose the rocket. Gets 1 rocket off on the tank, which is nice, but gonna kill the ref. That's not a bad idea at all. There's only 1 ref there. Yeah, and he's realizing that there is indeed a flank in his back now. Kind of got roped it up there. Power plant's gonna go down. He's probably gonna lose this war factory too. Nope. Looks like LuckyLuke is playing very cautiously. Just gonna try to out-rotate him. Send this army back in, rotate this army away. PrinzPI is gonna rotate back with this army. It looks like he's actually rotating back with this army, and there's another army coming there. So this is a really good play by PrinzPI, or rather, LuckyLuke. Just kind of dipping in and out, constantly making your opponent waste time moving the army back and forth. Unfortunately, this army is gonna get intercepted. And PrinzPI does have a pretty good army right there, but it's actually in a really bad position. This engineer getting killed just in time. So PrinzPI is gonna manage to clean that up, but up here on the top, another harvester going down, so his eco is in pretty bad. He's down to 3 harvesters. That is quite significant. Oh, that pillbox though, getting a nice little burst there. Only 1 rocket left. Ref, I think, is gonna go down again, but yeah, this is I don't know. I think LuckyLuke's done a lot of damage here on his eco. Just playing really smart, bouncing in and out. Looks like this army in the back did get cleaned up, so oh no. His only MCV is going to get caught right here. That could be a complete game changer. He's up to tier 2, and there's an army coming over, but I don't know. That MCV is definitely going to go down. It should have been rolling away immediately if he wanted to save it. He's going to try to run across the orb. That's going to slow it down. And 1 more shot from the medium tank, and it goes down. He does have an SC, so he can rebuild. He is deciding to stick with just building heavy tanks right now. I mean, he's got plenty of eco for a little while, but he definitely needs to expand again. Probably expanding here would be really smart. This is pretty well covered, especially with that army there. Little remnants of an army up there getting detached, but PrinzPI was on a move order, and he lost more than he really should have there. 2 heavy tanks in the front, but there is no refs in the back right now. Second to last row there going down. Luckily, they're going to be out of explosion range, and these barrels are not going to be a factor, because that is quite a lot of damage that can be done there. PrinzPI going to scout here on the corner, see there is nothing, probably move his MCV, and that is exactly what he's doing. Oh, no, he's moving it to the back. There's one heavy tank, but it's not going to matter. Second heavy tank coming down in here. That should get scared away. There is an army pretty close by. First yak out, that could be really good for scouting and knowing exactly where PrinzPI is. I think if this yak had scouter right here, LuckyLuke would probably want to just move that army in and kill all that, especially with the MC right there. It's pretty much another expansion knocked out for free. Did get it as MCV back out, so he's back to 1 MCV again. Can expand right here. Decent amount of ore there. Probably like 4 or 5k. That'll sustain him for a little bit, but he's gonna have to go to one of these corners pretty soon after that. Oh, and I think that's just, he's gonna see 1 rifle. Okay, sees a little bit more. Does rotate back. It's a good vision there, even since it's a civilian scout. Could be using the reacts to scout exactly how big it is, but that's a little bit over commitment. But PrinzPI is, I think he's reeling a little bit, playing a little defensively. I think that heavy tank will actually win that battle. It's gonna be pretty close. But heavy tanks just do so much burst damage, and yeah, he's actually 1 more burst. Oh, barely gets it, stays alive. This army gets cleaned up. This heavy tank's probably gonna get sacrificed, so this one down there, that'd be a really good grab for mechanics, since you know it's right there. Gonna be a pretty easy grab. Heavy tanks goes down, does not get a harvester, and that heavy tank did get another burst off on that medium tank, but hey, free damage is free damage, I guess. There is 5 yaks out now, and they've pretty much done nothing, although they could about to do something right now. This MCV is in peril, especially since he knows there's a yak there. Alright, he does pull it a little bit further away. Get a long distance mine with that ref, probably scared of the yak. But I think LuckyLuke is in a really good position here. His army is about 2 to 1. He's got multiple yaks. This could be really good, just strafing run right there. Sacrificing a yak to kill a lot of rockets there. This yak is going to be a sacrificial scout. Oh, his curves a long way. And then the yak goes down here, so now he's down to 3 yaks. No armor here. That could be pretty bad for him. He has 2 yaks, but there's a lot of medium tanks there. 2 already down. Just needs to keep one of those alive. Looks like that yak was targeting the medium tank. They go down. That is unfortunate for LuckyLuke. That is rather unlucky for him. Another yak coming out just to die. Gets a rocket for its trouble, but he's going to lose his tier 2. Pulls a harvester away, which is nice. Does have 2 heavy tanks here, but no rockets and really poor positioning. So that is going to go down. At the same time, PrinzPI is going to try to come through this narrow gap and see a huge army. And that is the perfect conga line. If LuckyLuke just attack moves into this, it's all going to go down relatively easy. But you can see they're just fumbling over each other, instantly dying. And gets sent right back through that gap. Lost pretty much more than half his army for free. Tier 2 still up somehow, but PrinzPI is going to clean that up now. A little bit of infantry coming and 1 heavy tank. That's not going to be enough. He's going to lose the airfield, the radar. He's going to lose all of that. The rockets leading the charge too. That's not what you want to see. Not when the tanks are on the backside. Oh, little medium tank flank there, but LuckyLuke sends his entire army to deal with it. And then PrinzPI expanding with his NC already. There's a lot of ore there. Probably could have waited a little bit more. But it can serve as just denying this expansion from LuckyLuke. Man, that heavy tank getting pretty low for such a little amount there. Needs to send that back to the SC. And his 1 MCV play? Oh no, he has 2 MCVs now. Alright. So he's going to come down here, try to re-expand. He's going to be able to push PrinzPI off that. Looks like he's going to send his army straight through the gut. Not a bad idea. Although the army is starting to get closer, 16 to 24. Especially with that pillbox down there just reaping so much. Good fire on the rockets. No rockets left. 1 heavy tank. Heavy tank's probably just going to go down. But I think this attack is going to be pretty good, especially now that he's rotating towards the left. It's going to take this army out of play for a little bit longer. But really good pillbox. Carving off some of that infantry. This pillbox is getting sacrificed to 3 heavy tanks. Harvester going to get pushed away, but this should be an assault move. Going to kill the ref. Going to go for the power now, probably. Yeah, there's so many heavy tanks there that even PrinzPI trying to recover here, I think this might be it for him. Although if LuckyLuke rotates away from the bottom, that could be pretty good for him. It's going to keep his key infrastructure alive. Tier 2 back out for unlucky Luke. You have a tank sitting in the back of his base. Man, that is definitely within range, yeah, and PrinzPI sees it. So he's going to lose his second MC again, be down to 1 MC. Radar coming down here. It's actually might get away. The rockets weren't able to shoot their second time. Had they, I think he would have died. And as a result, I think he's just outside the vision. Nope. Radar just sees the tanks. So he's rotating everything this in. This could be pretty good for PrinzPI. He's going to get a really good collapse. This army came in just a little bit too soon. He needed to wait till it was more committed. And unfortunately, his army is idle on the back, so he's not taking that much as good. Both players using a stop command there, but I think they should be attacking through. And now LuckyLuke is going to be able to push through. One medium tank down. Losing one more heavy tank, but all that's going to get cleaned up. 71 to 67, so not terrible there, but he is 2-1 on the army value. But that did give time for PrinzPI to actually establish a defensive line here, so gonna kill that ref, but that ref's not needed. There's a better one down here. And if he goes in here, especially with the tanks in the back, it could be pretty bad. But he is gonna retreat. Looks like LuckyLuke has a army relative lean over there. Blackhawk getting some work in. Now he's gonna move out. Yep. Blackhawk Division, you probably should just keep track on that army. Those rockets should run away. They're gonna pretty much instantly die. Don't even get shot off on the thing that they're actually trying to do. Ooh, an artillery. That could be a good swing right here. Just got to keep an eye on this army. You can't lose it, especially when it's going right towards your main base. You got your ST, War Factory there. Siak is scouting what it is over there, and there is 5 more heavy tanks, so you should be good right there. Oh, that artillery gonna hit. Great. And pretty good first shot. Second shot, kind of a whiff. That one was down. Good. Artillery does go down to the heavy tank, but all that's gonna get cleaned up. And yep. Didn't even see that escape. Just gonna sit in his main base now. Okay, 5 heavy tanks and a yak. Yeah, those harvesters are not gonna be long to this world. Doesn't matter how many rockets you try to pump out, those heavy tanks will just not really care. One heavy tank probably gonna go down in a second here, but got 3 harvesters for it, pillboxes, and a few rockets as well. Absolutely worth it. Just should get him out now. Don't leave him there. Don't leave it there. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. No. He had so much to live for. PrinzPI, what these artillery could make a difference, especially since there's only 3 heavy tanks left, and that is a pretty hard angle for LuckyLuke to attack. He has to rotate to the top or rotate probably through here. Although there is yaks, so those artillery are probably short-lived too. Oh, one Blackhawk going down in here. Just unfortunate. I think he was motivating on the top. 2 battles pretty much happening. I think this one is going to stay out for a little while. This one's probably going to stay out for 2. Oh. Perfect angle on the yak. And it's going to get away scot-free. Now PrinzPI is going to try here, but again, he's coming through this gap. It's a really hard angle. And his troops are just getting conga line. All those artillery is going to get great shots since all those are idle. First shot, not bad. Second shot going to be... misses, and the artillery goes down. Loses both the yaks for it, but... maybe, I guess with the Blackhawk Vision, he can try to push in there. Getting pushed back here. 4 heavy tanks. Probably a smart idea. There is 1 yak trying to hunt for that artillery, but it's out of ammo. Yeah, he's just going to slowly chip away right here. That's smart. So this yak comes out, and then things will be even again. Oh no, he attack moves in. He needed to wait just a little bit. And now PrinzPI has a great concave. Test coil, not what he needs. Oh, but 2 flaks. That is a nice choice there. He's gonna lose all 3 of those artillery, and they're gonna be able to prone a lot of that infantry, which will allow his infantry to catch up, assuming he uses them. But yaks in numbers are pretty good. Losing both of them, at least one of them. This artillery, probably come from the bottom. That's a bad W select. Let me see if he can push away again. Yak or the Blackhawk did have ammo. I'm not using it. Oh, the flak goes down. The yak goes down. That pillbox, not long for this world. 1 little rifle shot and it's down. PrinzPI is now in trouble. There is 1 flak, so it can't really run. It does have 2 artillery, but I think they're shooting on the wrong thing. PrinzPI is going to try to get out. That was good timing, but the last rocket kills it. Artillery not finding good shots. Nothing going on right there. And PrinzPI, I think he's on his last legs now. His eco is pretty bad. 9 harvesters over 12. LuckyLuke's had pretty well established economic advantage this entire time. Oh, that is not the button I wanted to hit. Turned it to 50% there for a second. This attack in the bottom, getting deflected back. Gonna lose some power. Oh, he's actually gonna be low power too. Nope, really not. Good use of the Blackhawks for a little bit, and then lost one. They probably should have known, but that's all right. Getting the tanks in front, nice. Now he is low power temporarily. Back to full power, probably place the power plant down there. And then the locust harvesters are swarming. That entire patch is just gonna instantly go. Hello, heavy tank. Goodbye, heavy tank. Pretty big army down here, and I think LuckyLuke does indeed see it, and he has something. Needs to get rid of that artillery, and he'll be fine. Although that is pretty heavy on the rockets there. He has to be very careful. Just probably gonna lose a lot of value just because those are gonna go down when they aren't really needed. You know, 3 heavy tanks probably more than enough there without the artillery, and he is gonna pull him back. I do like that. So that is a very smart play. Although losing the harvester, I mean, he has plenty of extra. Didn't really need it, but gotta get those heavy tanks in front. You're getting your side collapsed upon, and now you're pulling to the rockets for no good reason. There you go, good kill of the yak, and that should be more than enough. All that army gonna go down. Shouldn't lose the heavy tank, although he might if he's not attack moving. And of course, cast just curse it. The heavy tank goes down. The yak didn't come in. Sweep the rest of it, and that army is finished. Oh, but LuckyLuke is gonna lose a large amount of infantry right there. Good artillery hit. Second artillery hit actually pretty decent too. Now he's gonna attack into it, but PrinzPI was totally prepared. Oh, the pair bombs though. Yes. Well, he tried. I think he got most of his own army. Good reaction there for PrinzPI. Pair bombs just falls a little too slow for that. He was right on top of it. Oh, pair drop over here. Already got one harvester. Probably gonna get a second one. No. Blackhawks are on top of it. 4 Blackhawks is more than enough to deal with that. Oh, MCV goes down. Great use of the axe there. And great strafe right there. I think this is, yeah, this is on the most recent 4.3 patch, so those yaks are better than they normally are. Harvester getting some free crushes there, because why not? LuckyLuke's totally fine. He has excess harvesters pretty much everywhere. This little army is going to get pushed away. Oh, and the yak is going to kill that artillery. Not going to get out, but still worth it. Second artillery down there, but the yak's out of ammo. And PrinzPI is floundering. There's not much to do except for maybe get a Tanya if you could afford it, which is not something he can really do with. I guess he's got 1,000. He could maybe get a tech center out. Nobody's gone tier 3 yet. I don't think these players are super tier 3. LuckyLuke definitely uses his tier 2, and both players use tier 2, but tier 3 is definitely a different beast. Oh, that's a great artillery hit there. Unfortunately, it goes down to the yak. But Blackhawk actually probably going to do some decent crash. And LuckyLuke collapses upon that army. Not sure what these Blackhawks are doing. Oh, they killed an MCV. That's what they did. So that's a nice grab there. One artillery here. That could make all the difference. First shot gets a decent splash. But he's going to lose at least a harvester if he keeps him there. War Factor is not producing. That's probably why he's starting to float. Both players actually starting to float. All that artillery is in a precarious position. It's pretty far front. So far, the shots are missing. Oh, we got another tank raid. 3 heavy tanks this time. That's definitely more than enough to deal with them. Although the Blackhawks could make a difference. They could kill at least 1 heavy tank. Looks like that's what they're going to try to do. 1 heavy tank down. This heavy tank getting retreated back. I like that. This one probably going to sacrifice to buy his troops a little bit more time. But although he has 1 rifle and the rockets shooting all that. Oh, the yak flak. Goodbye, tier 2. Your dreams tier 3 were short-lived. I'm not sure how that harvester is alive. I don't think they're gonna have enough to kill that ref, but that's alright. They did plenty of damage here. Somehow that harvester is surviving. That is kind of crazy. PrinzPI is gonna push out, but he's only got infantry here. There's only 1 flame tower and a lot of harvesters, but I expect LuckyLuke to pull those away. Although, yep, there it is. A little slow, losing 1. Is Yak gonna get a good attack? He was in that minimum range and did not shoot at all. Was this a thief? This had to have been a thief, right? Unfortunately, I missed a thief. Maybe it was. Oh, okay. There's a ref up there. I was like, damn, a thief in a 25-minute game. That's some bold move. Just stealing that harv as much as you can. This is fee going to come out, but there's a lot of yaks here. A lot of harvs here too, and only 1 point tower again. No CV over here, but again, if those yaks rearm, he should be totally fine. Looks like there's a graveyard of the heavy tanks. They did kill out a lot of it, but a little 25-minute flame tower only base push. And they're gonna come all the way in. Let's see if LuckyLuke is prepared. Yep, he does see him. Most of those yaks are rearmed. Oh, he's losing so much yaks though, because they just can't shoot because of the minimum range. It's unfortunately right in the corner. Mechanic trying his best over here, but yeah, that flame tower says goodbye, Mechanic. Oh, there's still 3 rockets left, 4 rockets left, so that's still a threat. That one guy causing friendly fire kills a rocket, but 3 rockets is gonna. Oh, he's gonna go for the crushes though. Loses 1 harvester. Got a general rocket there now. He's still trying for the crushes, but there he goes. Gets him and gets it. So he is totally fine. Harvester going back down, dying here. ZMC is over here to base push because why not? But PrinzPI is going to attack here on the bottom, and LuckyLuke doesn't have a whole lot actually. I think he's starting to run out of steam a little bit. I'm not sure how PrinzPI has crawled back the way he has, but he's not in a terrible position. Harv is just acting as a tank. That Harv going down. He needs to retreat behind his pillbox. I think LuckyLuke has just enough there. He's going to get an MCV there, so maybe he can get some more defenses. But he's going to lose his barracks, and that's actually kind of important. Should be attacking down with this army, because that's allowing LuckyLuke to... Oh, he doesn't see it. He's just naturally rerolling his Qs there. Yeah, it's still looking a little bleak for PrinzPI, but I mean, if he kills all this versus the STA and the War Factory, that could be pretty good. Fortunately, those Blackhawks are pretty much out of ammo. Harvester is barely gonna go away. Oh, this is gonna be a good parabomb. Yeah, well, it's decent, but it did force PrinzPI to move, which actually might have helped PrinzPI there since now he's actually attacking. Blackhawk being used to crash. SD is gonna go down, so that's gonna cut his tank protection. He's gonna have to switch to APCs, but all that army does eventually go down. Now PrinzPI is gonna attack here. He really needs those artillery, but I'm not sure if he has tier 2 anymore. Does not look like he has tier 2, because that went down again. The crushes are going to be pretty good. Needs to keep moving them. Yep, decent crushes there. Actually going to save him from that engagement. Needs to be building some mechanics and getting some of those tank cuts. That could be a really good way back into this game. We are at 28 minutes and we have not seen tier 3. That is actually kind of surprising. Per drop, probably not going to get much. There's 4 rifles sitting there. Oh, that tank just stops moving just as the thing comes in. SD getting placed up here, that is unfortunate, because that MCV is in peril. But it's actually so far away that it might go unnoticed for quite a while. APC is coming out there, and looks like he's building another MCV. Alright, interesting, interesting. So, Axis probably smart, since that is the only MCV. 2 medium tanks scouting right here. But LuckyLuke has a secondary army, he's going to catch them. Oh, but the tank is in front. Unfortunately, LuckyLuke just has a better concave, and then our army is pushed away. 2 medium tanks over here, though. They are going to kill at least 1 harvester. Probably a secondary harvester. Maybe a third. There's a lot of time. Oh, here comes another wounded harvester. Safety. Yep. Good target fire. Go to that one now. So it's probably going to get 4 harvesters there. That's going to be pretty good. That's denting those absurd amounts of harvesters that he has. He only has 8 now. PrinzPI's got 7. And those new tanks are going to get away. They're starting to get vetted up. Come down here. There's 2 more harvesters. This is quite interesting. I think we're pretty close to even now. Army values are ahead for PrinzPI, so that's a different change. I think LuckyLuke has a little bit better map control, although he is down in expansion now, but that is quickly changing. Tomb Seas up here. Does have rockets there to deal with that. Heavy tanks, medium tanks. When they come, oh, that APC is just going to get poked away. Armor retreat, so that's good. I think this could be the decision right here. If this goes bad for PrinzPI, then could see LuckyLuke swing to the advantage again, but there's not a whole lot of rockets. He's getting some good crushes. There's nothing left, just one APC. The APC is on attack move, so it's not going to get good crushes. Does not get a single crush. And there is the GG, so... Oh my. I think a little bit of a throw there for LuckyLuke. Although, yeah, he did get rated pretty hard right at the end there. But some really good resiliency from PrinzPI there just to hold on. He was definitely on the back foot from a while. I think at one point it had PrinzPI lost some of his more infrastructure here. He'd been fine, or he would have not been fine. He had probably died, but LuckyLuke pulled down here, didn't finish off here. He kind of got stuck here, and that was a very big swing in his game. But once again, just some really strong resiliency there. So well done, PrinzPI. LuckyLuke, I'm sure you'll get her next time since you guys play at 50-50. And I'm sure if I look into the replays, there's seeing your name on the win side next few times. But that's gonna be it for this week. So I'll see y'all next time.
Battle control terminated.